Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. So today's video is one of those videos that you need to follow me to understand. All right. So now, a couple of months ago, there was this very viral video on TikTok of this lady talking about her women's only gym. Take a look.
Hi guys, I'm Natalie, and I'm about to fulfill every last fantasy that you have about training in a women's only space. Because let's be frank and let's be honest, okay? Training in a mixed gym is absolutely not fun. Nobody wants to do it. Every time we go as women, we feel intimidated. Sometimes we're harassed, we get looked at, we get stared at. So I thought to myself, how can I fix a problem that every single woman faces? I create a women's only gym, and I have every single intention of building a chain all across of the UK. And then what I'm going to do is franchise globally.
Yeah. Now, after she posted that, obviously it went viral. A lot of women were so happy about this idea, and a lot of women were in support of it, right? But she also faced a bit of a backlash from men saying that she's not going to find women.
I uploaded a video explaining that I named my women's only gym the Girl Spot so that it abbreviates to the G Spot so that men never find it. A man, of course a man, commented on that video and he said, "Embarrassing. Good luck getting any women to sign up, LOL." You see, I announced the opening of my women's only gym on Sunday the 2nd of February. Today is Sunday the 9th of February, so it's been exactly 1 week. In the space of a week, 8,602 women have registered their interest for my women's only gym. That is called the Girl Spot and abbreviates to the G Spot so that men never find it. And sometimes, just sometimes, you need to ask yourself, why am I so bothered about women-only spaces?
So she kept updating people from the painting to the windows, and she kept coming back and giving people the progress of the facility that she's created for women. Okay. Now, this morning I woke up and I saw a couple of ladies talking about a tweet that she made in 2021. And I'm going to read that tweet. Respectfully, if you have a problem with trans women attending my gym, then you can find another gym to train at. I have discussed this several times before. Trans women are women and also a minority that needs to be protected. Please keep your transphobia away. All right. So that was the tweet. And I'm sure that also made a lot of women happy, women in general, not just biological women, that there's somebody who is speaking for them, advocating for them, thinking about them when it comes to matters like these, right? But the issue is that she came back to clarify that to specify that whatever she said in 2021 does not matter because her gym is now for only biological women. Take a look.
2021, 4 years ago, I made a tweet, and the tweet referenced my women's only gym, the Girl Spot, and being trans inclusive. Now, when I made that tweet in 2021, I had just announced my plans to open a women's only gym. I hadn't thought out the vision or the mission or what it would entail, but all I knew is that I wanted to open a gym. We are now 4 years later, and I have had a great deal of time to figure that out. The Girl Spot Gym exists as a safe space for women because women are facing gym harassment, sexual assault, and sexual violence inside of gyms. And I know that because I'm a victim of it. So the meaning of the Girl Spot Gym is now entirely different. And I say this to say that whilst we are a gym, inside we are focusing on self-defense classes, Muay Thai, boxing classes, as well as workshops and activations around PCOS and training on your menstrual cycle, all of which occur to biological women. Majority of the women who are seeking my women's only gym, the Girl Spot, are coming here because they have faced some level of gym intimidation or sexual violence and assault that has been perpetrated by men. So as the owner of the gym, it is very important to make it clear how my women's only gym will be operating, and it will be operating as a single sex space for biological women. Now, we do believe that everybody deserves a safe space, and there are many gyms that are starting to have mixed cubicles and changing rooms so that individuals can feel safer and more included in these environments. But the Girl Spot Gym as a standalone is a female-only gym because it is imperative that I stick to the vision and the mission and ensure that these women feel safe.
Now, this has got a lot of women talking because a lot of women were supporting her because of that 2021 post on X stating her support for trans women and so on and so forth. Now, some of these women are talking about the fact that you did this, you told us that you're for all women. Now, all of a sudden, you're just for biological women. Make that make sense. You got people donating for you and so on and so forth, supporting, cheering you on, signing up for this, only for you to come back and say it's only for biological women, right? And that is what has got a lot of people talking. So without wasting your time, let's get into what people had to say about this whole situation. And I'm going to come back and read some of the comments and leave your own thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Thank you.
Let's reenact this. 4 years ago, I created the idea that there should be a women's only gym in the area that I live in, and I said that it would be inclusive to trans women because they also deserve a space to feel included and safe. 4 years later, I now rescind that because women actually face sexual intimidation in the gym, and not just from biological men, cis men, but from trans women too, because I have now decided to loop them in with men. Because the ride in the wave of conservatism, the money that it will bring me is tremendous. No, I don't recall saying that trans women face sexual intimidation at the gym. It's only biological women. That's what my gym is for. That's what it's for. Yeah, all the donations I got, thank you so much over the last 4 years. But now I know what my mission is as this gym, and it is to be as exclusive as possible and focus on like self-defense and PCOS workouts, even though, people who don't identify as cisgender women go through PCOS, but who cares? Am I right? Right? What do you mean non-binary people exist? No. Take your pants off. I need to see. I need to check your ID.
What I find particularly bad mind is that you waited until people gave you money and you had your business to then come out and say that you're actually transphobic. Because when people were asking whether this was a trans inclusive space, this was obviously people asking whether they should invest their money into your business to have a safe space to exercise in. And you knew that. That's conniving and that's sneaky. You didn't open your mouth to say, yes, this is a trans inclusive space. And especially when you've been trying to fight scammer allegations all this time, you've been trying to get this business up and running. You say, yes, there's a trans inclusive space. And then once you actually take the people them's money and open the business, you now tell them they can't enter. That's a scam. You're a scammer. That's really nasty. Because it's very convenient that you didn't mention that this wasn't trans inclusive before you had the business. Now that you've got the gym and now you've got the business, now you want to say, oh, actually, by the way, thanks for the money, you can't enter. And your reasoning doesn't even make sense anyway. It's a space for women to be free from sexual harassment. I want you to Google the stats of the rate of sexual harassment and rape and murder of trans women right now and tell me they don't need a space to be safe in. It doesn't make sense on so many fronts. Like, it doesn't make sense on any front, actually. Because how are you even going to police this biological woman rule? By that logic, trans men can enter your gym. So trans men can enter your gym, but women who are women can't enter your gym. Doesn't make sense. None of this makes sense. But transphobia doesn't make sense. So I guess that's that.
I'm not gonna lie, Natalie, I want my money back. Because when I donated to your gym, I thought that it was a space for all women. Cis, trans, all women. What I would like to know is, how is this gonna work out for you legally? Because trans people are under protected characteristics. That means you can't discriminate against them without being sued. So all this money that you're trying to generate for this gym is just gonna get eaten with all these cases that you're gonna have. Also, how do you even decipher who's trans from who's not? So if I don't shave my moustache, will I not be allowed in? I'm 5'10", will I not be allowed in? I'm confused. Do you have to put our pads on the table or period pads on the desk? What's going on? I just think that was a real punk move from Natalie. I'm sorry, you're punk. You let the TERFs bully you into being a TERF.
Got some thoughts. I just want to preface with everything I'm about to say is trans women are women. Excluding them from a women's only space is TERF behaviour. And if you're not a TERF yourself, you are aligning yourself with TERFs. I am a weightlifter. I have trained in gyms across the United Kingdom and in mainland Europe. In and out of the gym, my harassment that I have faced, because I am 1 in 3 women, has always been from a man. I have never felt unsafe around a trans woman. I have trained alongside trans women, and do you know what I've never been scared? To exclude trans women from your girl spot is despicable. Quite simply put, it's despicable. Secondly, what are you going to do? Are you going to make me drop my keks every time I come in your gym? How are you policing this? Am I bringing my birth certificate that says F every time I enter your gym? Trans women are women and they deserve a space to feel safe as well. Forcing trans women into male spaces, male changing rooms, male toilets, etc. is putting trans women at risk. I have seen a multitude of tweets from trans women who have donated to your fundraiser for you to start your gym to achieve your dream. You will ever get the chance of achieving their lifelong dream, and you're achieving it in your early 20s through the help of allies and trans women. Those women thought they were getting a safe space to train. So to see a creator that has blown up, has such a huge platform, such a space to influence, align themselves with TERF ideology, it's really disappointing. I'm disappointed. So that's all I wanted to say, really.
Not to be defending Natalie B Fitness and her whole views on the trans community, because that is above me intellectually. You know, I don't have the depth or the realm or whatever it is, the scope to discuss that topic. But let's stop saying that it was a bait and switch. Okay? In terms of public funding, she's broken it down. Her GoFundMe raised 22,000. Yeah? 20k of that came from Gymshark. The public only raised £2,000. The reason why Gymshark donated to her is because she and them had a long-standing relationship. She has been a fitness influencer and worked with them before. Okay? The rest of the money that she got, 50k, was from her own money, and then the rest was from her trying to find loans. So it was not a bait and switch. It was not your money that was used to go into that. So let's be accurate when we're talking, okay?
And it'll be operating as a single-sex space for biological women.
Oh, girls and gays, in the words of a very successful 90s boy band, we've come to the end of the road. In Women's History Month too. What a shame! A crying shame! First of all, understanding womanhood would be understanding that not every woman has the exact same anatomy. Intersex women, women with endometriosis, women with PCOS, women like me who've had the kind of cancers that determine how their hormones work, which also affects their womanhood. This is just within cisgender sections of womanhood. Diversity already exists within the boundaries of cisgendered womanhood. And now you've made it abundantly clear that most of your marketing for this women's only gym came from its diversity that it will no longer adhere to. You better believe I unsubscribed from that mailing list immediately, with immediate effect. Yes, it's true that a lot of us who registered our interest in this gym initially were trying to escape the unwanted attention, harassment, and violence from men. Yes, it is true that women of different faiths may need to have specific sections of the gym to work in order to stay aligned with their faith. That does not mean blanketing all women under one perspective so that you can exclude other women. Now, I know that so many of these surf and turfs are going to be in my comments talking about, you better not talk about the fact that black women were once unidentified as human beings and women. You better not use that to justify the fact that you think we're bigoted. Yes, I will. Because the same metrics that were designed to exclude any woman who wasn't white are now being used to exclude any woman who isn't female. And as I said previously, that doesn't even just start and finish with transgender women. That could literally still be someone with female anatomy who's also born with male sex organs or other male-specific hormones, who is a woman. And you cannot take that truth away from her just because she's not a woman in the same way that you are. This is why all of these rhetorics about fashion changing into a more modest movement and, who can go into a gym changing room, all of these conversations are pointing to one thing. We are losing our human rights every day. Every day, they snatch a small little bolt out of a massive machine with all the cogs turning and twisting, you being the cog, by the way, all of them working towards the freedom and success of every other cog. And every single day, they pull a tiny bolt out and you look down as you're still twisting and turning, thinking, it's just one bolt. But every day, they destabilize the entire system until eventually everybody's on the floor. Why? Because as long as the goalpost is shifting,
You need to work harder. And as long as you're working harder, they can keep shifting that goalpost. So they're going to tell you that you're different and you guys shouldn't be grouped together, or that perhaps one person is particularly more marginalized than the other, so that therefore means that we shouldn't consider their feelings. They're going to introduce these divisive tactics into your small localized communities who depend on each other, by the way, to survive, so that you can turn around and look to the mess that they've created with intentions to fix it. You are going to continue believing that your only job in this life is to turn and twist those cogs. You are going to continue to ignore the small bolts that they pull out of this gigantic system until when you are finally redundant, they throw you away. And when you look around you and you see the same people whose systems they taught you to use that you oppressed, and you beg for community, you will find no one.
Yeah, so let's get into some of the comments. Someone says, when I think women only, quote and unquote, I automatically included trans women in that thought. I don't separate them. I thought she'd want to protect all women, but it seems that isn't the case. It's her gym, my days. Open yours and let whoever you want in. Next person says, this comment section is so sad. Trans women and people are not the enemy. Trans women don't steal space from cis women. The way fascism, trans homophobia is socially acceptable again is so disgusting. We can't really have women's only gyms when everyone is confused nowadays. That's the reality, because there are many true trans women who would love to be included in the space. However, there's also men who will take that narrative and run with it. So where do we draw the line, I think? Someone also says, this gym is going to be such a flop. Excluding trans women, insisting the space needs to be pink to be feminine, quote and unquote. She has no real understanding of what kinds of spaces women are looking to train in. Okay. I don't understand the switch. She said, I see trans women as women. So what changed? Question on everyone's lips. Somebody also says, it was only like 2K public money, I swear. Not all women are comfortable around trans women. They should have their own space if they don't want to go to the normal gym. Okay. Guys, it's her gym. Let her do what she wants and let people decide if they want to be her customer. Jeez. I really don't understand what's the point of a girls only gym, especially when it's to cater for sexualization of women at gyms, if it's open to anyone that claims to be a woman. Next person says, so she makes a women's only gym and you're mad she only wants women there? I like her even more now. She said what she said. So these are some of the comments. You can see there's a mixture of opinions in there. Some are for it, some are not for it, because obviously the 2021 tweet. What do you think about this whole controversy, backlash? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Are you in support of what she's doing? Do you not support it? Let me know everything you think about this in the comment section, because to be honest, I'm thinking, if you said that before, why are you changing your mind now? Okay, you said it before in 2021 and you had people supporting this cause from 2021. So let your yes be yes. That's all I'm thinking. Like, what would make her change her mind? What happened? When did the switch happen? What contributed to it? Why now it's only biological women? Those are the questions on my mind. I heard she's saying that she wants to protect women and so on and so forth, and that's why I've heard all of that. I'm saying I get it. I just want to know, like, is there something else behind the reasoning you're giving us? Because do you understand? I mean, it's your gym. You can do whatever. Yes, a lot of women don't feel comfortable around trans women. I mean, with everything going on, but how are you going to know? Do you understand me? But then again, she doesn't owe me anything. I mean, it's her gym. So if that's what she wants to do, then that's what she wants to do. Hey, I may be wrong. So let me know your thoughts about this whole situation. And I'm going to see you again in another video. Take care of yourselves and one another. Bye.